Jeff was always real good at watching the cars behind him and estimating that push. He keeps rolling back a little bit, letting the cars catch up to him, getting that good push.
Here we go for the lead. Now, Jeremy on the outside and Mark on the inside.
But is it going to work for him? Because nobody is going up there with him.
And Jeff Gordon on the inside. He's on the apron of the racetrack. Here they come to the line. It's going to be Gordon. He's got Skinner right behind him.
And Jeff Gordon takes the lead here at Talladega with 6 laps to go.
And look there for this little Kenny Irwin on the bottom. And here they go. Irwin trying to get on the inside. Can't make it. Oh, some contact between the 31 and the 24. Now TJ moves over and says, let these guys go and figure out who's going to win this thing.
He says, gentlemen, battle it out for yourselves, but we'll leave it all to you. All right, Gordon. Now looking at just 2 laps to go. Everybody stays in line, and Jeff Gordon takes about a 1-car length advantage over Skinner. Jeff Burton will head for the high line. Let's see who goes with him. It'll be Spencer. Wow. Who will win it, ladies and gentlemen? Take your pick. Again, Kenny Irwin down to the inside.
Jeff Gordon, the 24 car, has won, what, 49 races? The 31 car of Mike Skinner has never won a race. I'm talking about a NASCAR Winston Cup points-paying race.
Yep. They remain in the same order.
Well, and this time Gordon comes up here. I thought he could not quite make it.
And they're looking at the white flag. We've got 1 more lap to go at Talladega. Jeff Gordon completes lap number 187 in the lead. Skinner is second. Kenny Irwin down on the low side in third. Ward Burton up high and losing spots. Can Mike Skinner make a move? And can Kenny Irwin make a move? They're down the back stretch for the final time. Gordon keeps the car low on the racetrack. Nobody makes a move yet. Will anyone make the move before they hit the start-finish line? Now Kenny Irwin looks to the inside of Mike Skinner. Nothing going there. Dale Earnhardt is up on the high side. In the battle for 3rd position. He's got a good run up there.
Remember what Mike Skinner said? He'd wreck his mother to win a race?
Let's see what happens. Gordon has the lead as they come down through the tri-oval. And Jeff Gordon is back. He's going to win the Die-Hard 500. And as they cross the line, you can see the finishing positions. Skinner, Earnhardt, Irwin, and Spencer complete the top 5, and Jeff Gordon breaks the winless streak. Now to Bill Weber.
Well, Robbie Loomis has been on top of the pit box, swarmed by his crewmen, by John Hendrick. Handshakes all around. A very, very happy moment down here. Congratulations on winning at Talladega. Jeff Gordon's 50th career win comes with Robbie Loomis as crew chief.
I tell you what, Jeff's a really tough competitor, and you know, I knew coming in this deal it was going to be tough. We've been through a lot of ups and downs. Brian Weitzel did a great job with the car, and Randy Dort and Charlie Seegers with the engines. Just an awesome job by the pit crew today. You know, we've gone up and down, but I'd like to dedicate this win for Lee Petty and my folks at home too.
Congratulations. See you in victory lane. An emotional win for Robbie Loomis, his first as crew chief for Jeff Gordon, the 9th different winner this season, and he comes from deeper in the field than anyone to win in history, 36 to first.
Jeff Gordon and the new Rainbow Warriors are back. They have watched their driver take the checkered flag here this afternoon in Talladega, and they have seen Jeff Gordon win his 50th NASCAR Winston Cup event and breaks a 14-race losing streak that dates back to last October at the Lowe's Motor Speedway in Charlotte. Let's go to victory lane, our McDonald's Winner's Circle interview. Here's Dr. Jerry Punch.
And listen to this crowd of 170,000. Jeff Gordon gets out, hugs his wife, Brooke. Tears of joy. They have wanted this one. They have struggled this year. Their first top 5 coming last week in Martinsville. Will climb back up here, giving John Hendrick a big high five. A big cold swig there. Jeffrey, congratulations. Outstanding effort, but wow, those final laps were something.
Man, I tell you what, first I just want to thank God. You know, we've overcome a lot of things, and you know, this team just never lost faith in themselves and in God, and and that's the only thing that got us through this, and I just thank him for all those things. But this team and this crew chief, Robbie and Brian Weitzel, these guys just did an awesome job. I tell you, we qualified horrible, but the second we got out there on the racetrack, the DuPont Chevrolet was really, really good, and I told these guys we can just stay out of trouble, and be real patient. We'll work our way to the front, and it took a while. I tell you, I was getting frustrated back there in the back for a while. I'd come up a few spots and go way back, and once I got to the top 10, I tell you what, this thing was just incredibly fast.
Mark Martin, very strong. A lot of people doubted anyone could handle him today.
Well, when it starts shuffling up like that towards the end, you start getting some big pushes, and I learned from the best, Earnhardt, and I didn't want to see him come up through there because he's the toughest guy there is to race with at these places because he's so good with the air. And I learned a lot of things from him. They paid off today. But
Jeffrey, a landmark 50th career victory. Go celebrate.
I will be. I'll tell you what, I can't wait for the weekend off, and we got one coming up. This has just been quite a blessing. I tell you what, to get back in victory lane, it feels awesome. For it to be 50 and such a great day, I tell you, it is emotional. It's sending chills up my spine right now.
The records are falling here in NASCAR. Jeff Gordon's 50th career victory and the 9th different winner in 9 races here in the year 2000, Bob.
Earlier this year, Rusty Wallace won his 50th, for there are now 4 tied with 50 wins. Gordon, Wallace, Jarrett, and Johnson. More after these messages and a word from our ABC stations. Jeff Gordon led 25 of the 188 laps. Mark Martin led the most here this afternoon. Well, this has been a presentation of ABC Sports, continuing the tradition of excellence. Now to our Wide World of Sports studio in New York, and here is your host, Robin Roberts. So long from Talladega.
Battle for second place.
Not anymore. Jeff Gordon is closing in slowly but surely on Kenny Wallace.
Our on-track interval shows you that Kenny Wallace run pretty consistent laps. 71-1 to 74-1 to 74-3. Look at Jeff Gordon. All the laps, 3 laps, 73.9. And 1 lap where he passed the car, 74.2. Slowly, just a couple of tenths of a second per lap, closing in on Kenny Wallace.
With those fresher tires is one thing that was allowing him to do that.
And he's now 2.8 seconds behind Wallace. So we're showing a little more on. And here on the road course at Sonoma, we got a good battle shaping up as the Pennzoil Copter Cam will show you now how close Jeff Gordon is to the leader, Kenny Wallace.
He just gradually cut that lead down just a few tenths of a second each lap, and now it's just a matter of a few car lengths.
Well, Jerry, Jeff Gordon is catching up quickly to Kenny.
But Bobby is doing it with a very, very calculating approach. He has been told when he left pit road a little bit ago not to swerve the car, to walking the gas out. He's been told to be very, very careful on the throttle. Why? Because he's been told that he is extremely close on fuel. Jeff Gordon, they tell him that he may be able to make it as he makes a move now to take the lead away from Kenny Wallace. They are door by door coming out of turn 11, and Gordon will have the advantage on the left-hander up to turn 1. Remember, Kenny Wallace is yet to pit. Will have to come in on about 4 or 5 laps. But getting back to Jeff Gordon, he has been told that they are very close on fuel. In fact, they said if he makes the checkered flag, he probably will not make it back around for the next lap.
Wow.
Did Robbie Gordon get a splash and go?
I don't know about his tires, Steve. He went in.
Oh, did he? Good stuff. Oh, I know he is. He really is. He's up there. 12. Well, huh?
Jeff Gordon continues to lead here at Sears Point, looking for his 6th consecutive win on a road course in Winston Cup racing.
Nice and smooth now. One more time.
Maintains that
White
second
flag,
spot.
white flag.
White flag is indeed out. One more lap to go. Jeff Gordon with a 5-second advantage on Sterling Marlin, but can the fuel carry him the distance?
Talking about Bobby and that pass almost happened for second spot. Sounds like it looks like that Bobby has listened well. He's done a fantastic job here today at Sears Point.
Down through the chute, corner number 7 for the final time for Jeff Gordon. He started on the pole here last year and won. He started 3rd at Watkins Glen last year and won. He's up through the S's.
Now going downhill, but still he's got to have some fuel, got to have some gas to get on back to the start-finish line. But it looks like he's still running good when he comes by our position here.
Well, he was born in Vallejo, California, not too far from Sears Point, and the hometown fans are loving it. The people gathered around us here have their arms in the air cheering for Jeff Gordon. But let's see if he can make it. He's through corner number 11, still appears to have adequate power. And Jeff Gordon comes down and wins his 6th consecutive road course race at Sears Point International Raceway.
How about that Gordon kid, huh?
Wow, unbelievable. It's his 51st career win.
Breaks him out of a tie with Rusty Wallace, Junior Johnson, and somebody else.
I think his name is Jared, isn't it? It isn't Dale either. Indeed, Jeff Gordon wins here at Sears Point, his 3rd consecutive win here. We will talk to Jeff in just a moment when we return for the victory celebration at Sears Point Raceway.
Exhausted, Jeff Gordon climbs out. Jeffrey, 6th win in a row, and I know it was very, very close. He reached over to Brooke, his wife, give her a big hug and a kiss. Climbs out of the car. He was trying to get his breath and take tape off his hand. Gives his car owner, Rick Hendrick, a huge hug. Well, what an endeavor they've had this. And take a look at this hand here. Take this right hand. Look at the blisters there, his thumb and his forearm. That's what you talk about being a patriot, being a champion here. How about those last few laps? The fuel very close.
Oh, man, I tell you what, that was exciting. I just drove my heart out, and my hand pretty much shows that this DuPont Chevrolet was awesome today. I tell you what, we didn't really have to do much to it all day. The car was just perfect. I just needed track position, and some of those guys had some trouble, and we just did exactly what we've done here in the past, and that's what we need to do every weekend, and we can win, and that's just get it all together all at once. And it happened at Talladega, and it's great to be able to do it again here at Sears Point. My hat's off to Robbie Loomis and Brian Weitzel, this entire pit crew. They did an awesome job. I tell you, DuPont Chevrolet was great.
2nd win of 2006 in a row in road course racing for Jeff Gordon. What an effort today for this DuPont team.
And he'll try to continue that streak at Watkins Glen.
As we enter the final 15 laps of this race.
By the way, the 19 car did not region. The right front tire was flat. Is what caused his problem. Green flag.
We were premature in saying that Casey's debut is over. It is not. He is still out there. Now, Jeff Gordon up on the top side of Jeff Burton.
He's got a run. He is on the outside and has a run on Burton.
If Dale Earnhardt can get through that traffic, he will mow them down with those new tires on.
Gordon, I believe, will get credit for leading that lap, and that is the first time that Jeff Gordon has led tonight. Still a side-by-side battle for the lead. Gordon and Jeff Burton. And now Jeff clearly takes the advantage.
And Earnhardt gets by Bill Elliott to take over the 5th spot. And he's on the inside of Tony Stewart. Is trying to get on the inside of Tony Stewart. That's for 4th.
2 laps to go on this 3/4 mile track in Richmond. Jeff Gordon leads Dale Earnhardt. If Earnhardt wins, he gets the $1 million bonus. If Jeff Gordon wins, he records his 52nd career victory. there is the No Bull 5 winner if Earnhardt can win the race, but we're on the final lap, and Ted Musgrave has problems, but he gets the car quickly down to the apron of the racetrack. Misses pit road, but that's of insignificance. The white flag is out, and we've got less than a half a lap to go for Jeff Gordon, who started this race in 13th position. And here he comes down to the checkered flag, and Jeff Gordon wins his third race of 2000, also won at Talladega and Sears Point, his second Richmond event, and it's his 52nd career victory and 10th on a short track.
And Jeff Burton slipped all the way back to 5th.
Earnhardt finished 3/4 of a second behind Jeff. Bill?
With crew chief Robbie Loomis, handshakes all around. Your driver called in and said that was an awesome win. And Robbie, that was an awesome win.
Yeah, it was real exciting. I'll tell you, this pit crew's done a great job. You know, last week we had the best pit stop there at the end of the race, and nobody realized it. Today they came back, give us good pit stops, kept us in there. What can you say about Jeff Gordon when it comes down to the end?
Your guys said with about 150, 125 to go that they felt they could reel in the leaders.
You know, we knew if we could keep him up in there, you know, he wanted to be in that no bowl race for Talladega, and we really like that with Winston. Just got to thank DuPont and Jeff Gordon. He's unbelievable.
At Talladega, you'll go for $1 million. Congratulations.
Loving that. Thanks, bud. See you.
So the DuPont Chevrolet wins the Monte Carlo 400.
And we do not pay out the No Bull 5 million to any driver, but Jeff Gordon is eligible at the number 24 DuPont Chevy there, and emerging from it is the victor tonight, Jeff Gordon. Here's our McDonald's Winner's Circle interview with the doctor.
Had a huge hug from car owner Rick Hendrick, and now a kiss and a hug from his wife, Brooke. As happy as I've seen Jeff Gordon in quite a while.
That's right. That's right.
Jeffrey, congratulations. What a performance.
Wow. I just want to collect myself here. It's been a little while since we've been in Victory Lane. Got to thank God just for the perseverance and, you know, just keeping our faith, and this team keeping their faith in themselves and in God. Couldn't have done it without him. Tell you what a great day for us. We worked hard all weekend long. We came and tested, and the car was great. And we were there all day long, you know. We just never had that track position there at the end. I knew I had to take advantage of Jeff on that restart. I had no idea Earnhardt and them guys were going to be coming that fast. So luckily I got out there and got to set a smooth pace. But, you know, it was just an incredible night for us. I want to thank you guys from ESPN, Jerry. You guys have done so much for me along through my career. And I don't think I'd be here without ESPN and all those Thursday Night Thunders, Bob Jenkins and, you know, Benny and Ned and all those guys. I appreciate everything. This is a great night for us.
It was a super night, and thank you for the testimonial, Jeffrey. Outstanding effort. I got to ask you, though, the caution comes back out. You do not pit, and you waste no time at all making the move on the outside. Did you know you had something for Jeff Burton when the green flag came back out?
Well, I told myself, you know, whichever way he goes, I'm going to go the opposite way, and I knew Park was going to be real strong, too, so I didn't know what was going to happen, but Jeff got me on the outside on an earlier restart, and I said, well, I got to get a good restart driving there real deep if I can get up beside him, and I just barely got up beside him, and probably wouldn't have worked with anybody else other than Jeff Burton. He's a great race car driver. He always races me hard and smooth, and we've had some great battles here at Richmond. It was a lot of fun.
Hey, congratulations. Go celebrate.
All right, we will. Thank you.
Jeff Gordon, his third win of the year and second here at Richmond International Raceway. Let's check it over with Bill Webb.
All right, take a breath now. He's a happy guy. Jimmy Spencer currently third. Let's go to Mike Massaro.
And another happy guy is provisional pole sitter Bobby Labonte. A fantastic lap, and already you've dodged some pretty big bullets. You got to be pretty confident.
Yeah, we've still got a lot of guys that's running right now that could beat us, but this is a great lap for us. The Interstate Pontiac was stuck like glue. I mean, really did handle really good, and we fought a little bit of that in practice. We couldn't ever get no speed out of it, and the car was too bound up, and Jimmy made a good call, and we all talked about it and thought about it and made some decisions on the car that made the car better.
I see you're up here continuing to watch qualifying. Is there anybody you're concerned about?
This one right here.
And that one right there is the 24 car of Jeff Gordon. Guys?
And he should be concerned. Our trap times, Gordon was faster than him down the backstretch. Wow. Gordon bumps him from the pole. How about that? Jeff Gordon, the 6-time Charlotte pole winner. There's Brooke signing autographs for the fans. And Jeff Gordon knocks Bobby Labonte from the top spot, 185.561 miles an hour. The Gordon fans are loving it. How about that? So Jeff Gordon knocks Bobby Labonte from the pole, but still to come are Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Dale Earnhardt, along with a couple of others who could knock Jeff Gordon from the pole. There are the first 2 rows for Sunday's field. We're coming back. So qualifying is over, and Jeff Gordon, for the 32nd time in his NASCAR Winston Cup career, is the fast qualifier. 7th time here at Charlotte, 2nd time in the 2000 season. Here comes Jeff, coming out to have a word with our Mike Massaro. Mike, it's all yours.
And Alan, let's take a step up inside the DuPont Hall and get a word with Jeff Gordon in a qualifying time of 185.561. Good enough for your 2nd Bud Pole of the year. Were you at all surprised with that lap?
I'm surprised that it happened here at Charlotte. You know, we haven't been really competitive for the pole here the last couple of times, but today I knew we had a shot at it. We unloaded off the truck. The car was just great, you know, handled, perfect. I mean, the thing just was so comfortable, and we made a lot of changes. I'll tell you what, these guys, Robbie, Brian, all the guys on this team, they worked hard for this, and I know that they're real excited about it, and we're just proud that we hung on to it. And I tell you what, it's things like this that really are going to make this year a whole lot brighter, and hopefully the end of this season, we'll carry some momentum and get us ready for the offseason.
That's Jeff Gordon's 7th career pole here at the Lowe's Motor Speedway, better than anybody on the active drivers list. Guys?
Jeff Gordon, the defending winner of the UAW-GM Quality 500. When we go green on Sunday, he'll lead the field down to the flag.
So there he is, Jeff Gordon, in victory lane for tonight. But that was just 1 lap. 500 miles to go on Sunday. And the pole sitter this Sunday will be Jeff Gordon.
And Kenny Wallace, qualified. The fastest car in practice, Jeff Gordon. By the way, Kenny Wallace ran 29.494, average speed 187.970. He's currently in 4th position. Let's go down to Dr. Jerry Punch.
And Benny spoke with Jeff just a moment ago. He said this is the car they used to sit on the pole with Charlotte early in the year. They have 2 Bud poles here, 1 at Darlington, 1 at Charlotte. This one was the car that gave him the front row at Charlotte. He said he has never won a pole here at Atlanta, and had 1 lap you saw him practice at the top of the charts was 1 wild lap where they blocked the car. He said, I'm not sure I can reproduce it. I'm going to try, but man, is it a little bit wiggly out there with the wind.
He has never won a pole. His best start was 2nd here in '96, this race, but he's on the provisional pole now. Wow.
Whoa. 28.537. Average speed, not 194.274. Jeff, you can breathe now, because I know you've held your breath for about 30 seconds.
That is faster than he ran in practice. 194.274 for Jeff Gordon, and he is on the provisional pole position at the moment. Here's the pole sitter with Bill.
Well, Jeff Gordon won the pole at Charlotte. You brought that car here. You're on the pole here. Congratulations.
Thing's pretty fast for 1 lap, isn't it?
Yeah. How about Sunday?
That's right. That's what we got to do now. You know, this is a great way to wind down the season. This team has really been coming together. The chemistry is really there, and that's what we want to do, is have a real strong finish here and head in the off season with something to work on to be a threat next year, and we feel like we will be. And it's a great effort. I want to thank all the guys back at the engine shop, everybody at Hendrick. They just did a fabulous job preparing this car. Certainly want to thank all my guys. That was a great effort. I did not know we had a shot at the pole today when we unloaded, but boy, it came together right at the right time.
Well, we sure looked at that sheet and thought you did in practice.
Well, at the end of practice, you know, I really did get a good lap, but I didn't think to myself whether I could back that up. That was a pretty sporty lap, and to be able to back it up, that means a lot to me and this team.
How was that car in race trim at Charlotte, Jeff?
Well, I thought it needed a little bit of work. You know, we got caught up in that wreck, so we worked on the body, and hopefully we massaged on the body from after we tore it up enough to make it really good here. We were pretty good here the last time, so I feel good. I think we're going to be in good shape.
Okay, best of luck to you.
All right, thank you, Bill.
Jeff Gordon on the pole for Sunday's Atlanta Winston Cup race.
Great outdoors. Thanks for being with us here at Atlanta. For Benny, Jerry, and Bill, I'm Bob Jenkins. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com.
Taking 9th place in the point standing is a 3-time NASCAR Winston Cup champion, He drives the number 24 DuPont Automotive Finishes Chevrolet Monte Carlo, Jeff Gordon.
In any sports dynasty, there comes a time to refocus and rebuild. And what better cockpit captain to lead the charge than Jeff Gordon? Knowing the value of consistent top 10 finishes, Gordon strengthened the season's foundation on every type of track from Atlanta to Bristol, including the Bud Pole at Darlington and a 4th place finish at Martinsville. Time for the turning point at Talladega. Gordon and his Rainbow Warriors mastered the massive super speedway, mashed the finish line gas, and pulled into victory lane with a milestone career win, number 50. From his bull ring background, evolved a knack for the tight and twisty NASCAR Winston Cup road course turns. At the Sears Point finish line, Gordon became the ultimate road warrior with a record 6 straight road course win. The lights at Richmond shone as brightly as Gordon's short track savvy. An emotional victory lane elevated Gordon to career victory 52 and 9th place on the all-time list of NASCAR Winston Cup greats. In the final 11 races of the season, Gordon racked up 10 top 10 finishes to secure his 7th consecutive appearance in New York City tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, 3-time NASCAR Winston Cup champion and this year's 9th place finisher, the driver of Rick Hendrick's DuPont Automotive Finishes Chevrolet, from Pittsboro, Indiana, Jeff Gordon.
Jeff, I have to tell you, 3 wins and 22 top 10 finishes this year says, I think, an awful lot about how you and everyone at Hendrick Motorsports are determined to stay in the hunt for yet another championship. You came up a little short this year, but the fact that this is your 7th consecutive appearance on this stage, I think, speaks volume about your tenacity and your absolute will to win. It's my great pleasure to offer my congratulations in a check from Winston and NASCAR in the amount of $292,458. Congratulations, Jeff.
Thank you, Rick. We're fortunate to have all of you involved with our Winston Cup program. The success we've had over the years just simply would not be possible without your support. Thank you. You know, change is never easy. And we certainly had our share of changes this past off-season and going into this year. But I couldn't be more proud of the way this team handled themselves despite some pretty tough times this year. And thanks to my crew chief, Robbie Loomis, and team manager, Brian Weitzel, for the job that they did with new roles this season, this team has really, really come together, and I'm excited about that. I'd like to thank that entire team, all those guys that have done a tremendous job, for all their hard work and dedication, because I really believe that we've laid the foundation for future success starting next year. And it'll be that much sweeter because of the adversity we handled together this year. A special thanks, too, to all the NASCAR fans all across America, because it's your passion and it's your support that makes all of this possible for us, especially your support through some tough losses that we've had this season. In closing, I'd like to thank my wife, Brooke, for all of her love and her support, and for just truly making life such a joy. You know, if you think about it, there's a special significance in the fact that this great banquet that Winston puts on for all of us comes between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Personally, it helps me be thankful for the many blessings in my life, including the ones that go beyond the racetrack. And it reminds me of how exciting it is to look forward to the gift of a brand new season just 2.5 months from now. Good night, everybody. Merry Christmas. God bless. Thank you.